Perfect. Here we go so that we can add Pilates to our on demand. So welcome everyone. This is Mat Pilates. Let's take a moment, start on all fours for just a couple of cat cows to warm up the spine. So as you inhale, we'll drop the belly down. And then as we exhale, round it up. Welcome, Margaret. Inhaling cow and exhale cat. Do a couple more of these, just taking a minute or so to kind of warm up the body. Nice. And rounding up. Let's do that one more time through your cow and round up through your cat. And finding our neutral spine, we're just going to alternate lifting right arm, left leg, and then switch left arm, right leg. We're just going to do this a couple of times. Again, we're just taking the first minute to warm up the body. We've got a plank coming up. So Mat Pilates, for the majority of the time and the entire time today, we are down on the floor. I'll give some standing options for some of the moves, such as plank. If you don't feel comfortable on the floor, you can always use a wall. You can always be on knees or toes. We don't have a ton. In the beginning, the first 6 minutes, we're going to be alternating. So a minute of a plank position and then a minute off the plank and then a minute on the plank. So you can always come to knees or toes. All right, if you're feeling ready here and would like to come up to your toes, take your toes, curl them under. We find our basic plank. In turn, so you can see my shoulders. And we're just going to alternate shoulder taps. So at any time, I can drop down to my knees. I can also come to a wall. I can also just hold my plank. Now, the wider you take your feet, the little bit easier it is to balance. And that'll take some of the wobble out. Welcome, Anne. Welcome, Valerie. You got it right there. Keep it going. I have my long sleeve on. It's really warm here today, but it's cold in my house. And so I always put a long sleeve on because my husband turns the air conditioner on. And then I come out to my space where I don't keep the air conditioner on all the time. You got it right here. A couple more. So from here, we're going to come down onto the belly for a kind of lift it up through our torso and push and pull our lats. If you don't want to come to the belly today, you can come to all fours, and I'll show you that in just a moment, or to your knees, I mean. Otherwise, come on down, reach the arms out in front of you, lift them up, squeeze the elbows back, and push the arms forward. Squeeze and push. Oh my goodness, Anna, that little cutie is walking. Oh, I just love seeing your little VFitters. And then if you don't like being on the belly, you can take this up onto your knees and a lat push pull right here. So if any time, I'm just gonna have to sit here and goo at Anna's cutie patootie. And look how awesome she squats into that Yogi Malasana squat. Perfect form. You got it right here. Couple of more, about 10 seconds. We'll be going back to a plank. We'll be adding some rotation and work to our plank. 3, 2, and 1. So coming back up to our plank, again, knees or toes. We're going to lift our right arm in front of us, open to a side plank, then lift our hip and tuck the right arm under. Come back up, side plank, and back to regular plank. Here we go. Open, side plank, lift and tuck. Back to side plank, arm reaches forward plank. You got it. So give you a little bit of a side view here. Right arm forward, side plank, lift and tuck, back to front plank. So at any time, if that's too much on the shoulder, keeping the right arm extended through all of that, just bring the right hand to the ground, open side plank, lift and tuck, and bring the right hand down. Open side plank, lift and tuck, and bring the right arm down. So you can take out that extension and keeping that arm lifted the whole time. You got it right here. Just about 10 seconds to go. Up, I think Dad got baby. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on back down to the belly. We're going to go into whale tail. So putting the bottom of the heels or the heels together, feet are flat, lift. Trying to lift my quads up off the ground. Once you know what you're doing, go ahead and let the neck relax. You can stack your forehead on your hands. If again, you don't like being on the belly, you can alternate donkey kicks on all fours. And we will get some more donkey kicks later, but you can take some alternating ones right here or down on the ground. You got it right here. Perfect. Now that little plank maneuver that we did with the right arm, we're going to do that again using the left arm, or left arm will be the one lifting coming up. So we're alternating plank and back work. You got it right here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's push up to that plank one more time. And this time it's going to be the left arm that reaches forward. Open side plank, lift the hips, tuck under, and come back out. So remember that option. Here I am keeping the arm lifted through all of that, but I can keep the left hand down, open side plank, lift and tuck, left hand down. Now, of course, all this can be done on my knee as well. So I can come down to my knee also. You got it right here. 15 seconds to go. Welcome, Sarah. Welcome, Mandy. Nice, Dana. Looks great, Alex. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. One more time, we're going to come down to the belly. This time we're going to work arms and legs at the same time. So bend the knees, bring the heels together, lift the arms up. As we straighten those knees, we pull the arms in that lat pull, and we push and bend. Pull and straighten, push and bend. So again, if you don't like being on the belly, you can do one side on all fours, and I'll tell you that halfway point, and you can switch to the other side. Or on the belly, we're using hands and legs all at the same time. Welcome, Linda. You got it, Valerie. Awesome. Nice, Deidre. All right, switch sides if you're on all fours using just one side. Push and pull, push and pull. Work in the back. Keep thinking about pulling the navel to your spine as well. Contract the abs. You got it right here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, a little bit of a transition break. We're going to come over onto our back. If you need to grab a quick drink as you're transitioning over, feel free. We'll come onto our back. We're going to start with single leg stretch. Start with the head on the ground. Bring the legs up into tabletop. Extend the left knee as you pull the right in and switch. So this is our basic position here. You can come back to it at any time. You can stay here. If you would like to take it up a little, pull the navel into the spine and lift the head, neck, and shoulders up off the ground. Now, at any time the neck needs a break, or just lay it back down. And then you can lift it back up at any time. Nice. Now, if you're feeling good here, you can switch this to straight legs. Gives you a nice little hamstring stretch, but a little bit more abdominal work. As you pull and lengthen. Again, I can lower my head, neck, and shoulders anytime I like to take a little break. You got it. Nice. Now you can go back to bent knee. You can stay here with straight knees, or we're going to go bent to straight by hugging the knees in and pressing arms out, legs out. Hug the knees in, press arms out, legs out, hug and push, hug and push. Now, if you wanted to take this one more bump up, instead of pulling in straight legs, we can keep arms and legs long and reach up into a V and roll it back down. And reach up into a V and roll it back down. Lift
and lower. Right, so wherever you are, can you give me about 10 more seconds? Nice. You got it. Love it, love it, love it. Reach. 3, 2, and 1. Allow your upper body to rest onto the ground. Maybe bring your thumbs right under your low back. Flex your feet towards the ceiling. Little reverse crunch. We're trying to press our feet onto the ceiling. Little crunch. It might be tiny. It might be bigger. Right? Find whatever works for you. You got it. Nice, Mandy. Looks great, Valerie. Linda, Sarah. Nice. Now we're going to work towards a complete roll back. You can, of course, stay here with these little reverse crunches. Or as we lift up, we can try to tap our toes back behind us and then roll back down. Lift up and try to tap the toes behind us and roll back down. Now we can do this with bent knees as well. So I can bend the knees in as I lift up, knees come to head, and knees can stay bent to roll down. Lift up, knees bend to head, and roll with bent knees down. Or just right here with our reverse crunches, about 10 more seconds, right? So don't go anywhere that doesn't feel good to you. You got it, yeah. I love some of it sticking with the single leg crunches. Great, perfect. You've got it. 2 and 1. Take just a moment, hug your knees into your chest. Whew. Take a couple of breaths. We're gonna go into bicycle. So bringing fingertips behind the head, knees come up into tabletop. I will show you a seated version in just a second. We're gonna pull the right knee and reach the left shoulder over and come back center. Pull the right shoulder over to left knee and then left shoulder to right knee. You can do this seated as well. So you can come seated, keeping heels on the ground. This brings a little bit of pressure and tension off of the back. You got it. So our first half of class is going to go a little bit past the halfway point, and then we'll get a break and we'll kind of change the position that we're in. You got it right here. 5 more seconds on our bicycles, and then we're going to go into leg lifts on each leg. 2 and 1. Release head, neck, and shoulders down. Again, maybe you want to take the hands underneath the glutes, or they can be out to your side, whatever feels good. We'll start with left knee bent. Point our right leg out long. Point as you bring it up. Flex as you push it down. Lift and lower. Try to resist as if you're kind of pressing up through molasses and pressing down on like a ball. You're pressing it down. Now, if you want to make this a little more work for the abs, instead of keeping the left knee bent, you can straighten it out long on the floor. If at any time your low back is feeling that pressure, you can bend the knee back, or you can bring your hands underneath the glutes, the low back area. Now, if anybody wants to make this even more challenging, you can float the left leg off the ground. So as you lift and lower the right leg, you float the left. Now, at any time, you can see I can do this for a few times, and then I just lower it back down. So you can come back and forth, straight leg, floating leg, or bent knee as many times as you like. Right here, we're going to hold that right foot gently above the ground, a few inches, or maybe foot up above the ground. Point your right toes and draw a circle one direction with your big toe. Imagine that circle that you're drawing about the size of like a salad plate. So it's not too big. We're trying to stay very steady through the hip as if there's one long rod from hip to toe. It doesn't bend or twist in any direction. It moves as one piece. Left leg can be straight, bent, or hovered. 2 and 1, switch the direction of your circle. So the leg's going to burn no matter what. Whatever you do with the left leg, that makes your abs work even harder. So if you want more abs, straighten the leg or hover the leg. That brings the work into the abs, where we want to make sure we can pull the abs in contracted. Here we go, 2 and 1. We're going to finish out with this leg. Flex the foot. Let's make an L. Take it out to the side and lift. Take it out to the side, in and lift. So we're making a little L shape. This is it. Last time on this side. We will finish with the other leg, and then you will get a break after that other leg. Yeah, love it. Awesome, Dana, Deidre, Alex, Margaret. You look great, my friends. We got this, about 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Maybe start by bending the right knee. Extend the left leg long. Point on the way up, flex on the way down. So we're going to do those moves on the other side. And you will get a little break before we move on to a different position. So again, same options with the right leg. Bent knee, straight leg, or even hovered. If you hovered a few times on the first leg, try to hover a few times on the second leg. Even though I know it usually feels a little harder. You got it right here, about 20 seconds. In and out of what the right leg is doing as often as you like. 3, 2, 1. Left leg kind of hovers above the ground. Draw a circle one direction with your big toe. Try to imagine the leg being one like pipe, one board. Don't let the knee rotate out. Don't let the ankle rotate. It's one very big pencil, drawing a circle. Controlling into the hips, switch directions. We got this. I know it burns. 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot. Slide it out to the side. As you slide it in, lift. Make that L. Slide it out, in, and lift. This is it. Hang on. You will get your break right after this. You've got it, Sarah, Linda, Anna, Valerie. Oh, love it, Mandy. Nice. So if you've got some more time in your day, we do have the Sunday recovery hour coming up 30 minutes after this class. We'll be focusing on our back tonight. Of course, you can come and roll any part of your body that you like. But right here, 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, feel free to hug the knees into the chest. Maybe circle in and out of the hips. And then feel free to grab a drink. We're going to come up on hands and knees after our break. You can also do this series that we're about to do in a standing position. We're going to do our donkeys, our fire hydrants, some rainbows, some hamstring curls. She turned you off, Anna. She was like, I'm tired of looking at that lady. You're back on. Oh, she is too precious. All right, my friends, let's start with our left leg. Hands and knees, or feel free to stand. We're going to just start with that basic donkey kick. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Now, because we're not holding weights, I like to even kind of straighten the knee. So kick, kick. So when we're holding a weight behind the knee, right, we have to keep the knee really bent. But because there's no weight there, as we lift at the hip, then we can extend through the foot. Extend, extend. Now we want to try to avoid collapsing into the right arm. So if you feel yourself kind of leaning into the right, maybe take the right hand a little bit out in front of you, resting on the fingertips. That will keep you from collapsing into it. If you wanted even more core work, you could float the right arm in the air. You got it right here. Couple of more. And then we're going to switch to our fire hydrant in about 3, 2, and 1. Let's take it into our fire hydrant. So now the knee stays bent and we lift and lowered it out to the side. Same thing. We don't want to collapse into the right hand. So maybe fingertips rest down in front of us, or maybe we even float that arm. Keep the core working. Really feel yourself pulling the navel to the spine. So we're definitely getting hip, hamstring, glute work, but we're also working the core, working to keep the core muscles contracted. You're getting some arm and shoulder work as well. Couple of more right here. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to extend the right leg back right from the hip, and we're going to curl the hamstring in and extend. Curl and extend. Squeeze and extend. Again, right arm can be on fingertips up front or floating. Pull the navel into the spine to take place of the right arm, not doing the work. The core is doing the work of the right arm. Hang on, 6 seconds. Nice. And we're going to hold that knee bent, and we're going to reach it and tap it over the right calf and back to the left. Over the right calf and back to the left. Tapping that knee side to side. Last move on this leg. You got it right there. Yes, hang on. Looks nice. You've got about 10 seconds to go. So we're doing about 45 seconds of each one of these moves. 3, 2, 1. Take a moment and shake your legs out. We're going to do all of that on the other side. So starting with our donkey kicks, right leg, pull the navel to the spine, lift, do that kick out, kick up. Again, trying not to bring the weight this time into the left hand. So maybe reaching the left hand out in front on fingertips or extending it for even more work. Pull the navel to the spine. So resist the urge to let the abdominal region just be light. Contract the abdominal muscles to the spine. Five seconds. And bring it into fire hydrant. So lift to the side. Lift. Lift. Now I find this is the position I really kind of start collapsing into my left side if I let myself. Hold the abs strong. Ten seconds. Got it right there. Nice. Now take that right leg, extend it long, and flex the foot, curl the heel to the glute and extend, curl and extend. If you catch yourself, because I just caught myself kind of letting my spine arch, my navel hang, I want to pull the belly into the spine. Always checking in with yourself. You got it right here. So it's a gorgeous day here. We're like the old couple on the cul-de-sac. All the young children that live around us are out playing in the cul-de-sac. I remember the day when I was the younger couple with young children. Here we go, right here. Bend that knee,
Tap it over and down, over and down, over and down. You got it right here. We're going to finish up after this with about 2 minutes worth of some upper body work, going back to a little bit of plank push-up work. But first, right here, you've got about 10 more seconds to go. Tap it over and down, over and down. I love though hearing like children playing outside. So awesome. 2 and 1. All right, shake your legs out, my friends. We have just a couple of minutes of work to go. We're going to come back into our plank for plank up downs. So you can do this on the wall, the floor, knees or toes. We'll take it down, down, up, up, switching your lead arm down, down, up, up, switching it out. I can be down on my knees. Again, if we take our feet a little bit wider, that is going to help with our wobbling from side to side. As we get stronger, we'll try to step the feet in a little closer, but still control the wobble. And up. We got it. 20 seconds. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Quick child's pose just for a little release. And we're going to finish up with 1 set of tricep push-ups. So with tricep push-ups, the hands stay right underneath the shoulders, and as we come down, the elbows hug the ribs. So you can do this on a wall, knees or toes. For me personally, I find tricep push-ups to be a little bit harder, so I usually do drop down to my knees. If you don't like tricep push-ups, you could always do some tricep dips. You could also grab some weights if you like and do some tricep kickbacks or tricep overheads. This is technically a non-weighted class, but if you're like the push-ups just aren't happening, or you could do regular push-ups instead of tricep push-ups. You could hold a plank, whatever you choose. You just have 8 more seconds of it. All right there, my friends, press back into that child's pose, stretch through the arms. So our VFit friends and family passes start tomorrow. You still have time. If you'd like to invite a friend to join you, they can join you the whole week for free. We're going to focus on filling out at least 4 squares of the functional fitness plan: a cardio, a strength, balance and mobility, and a stretch. Of course, you can do more than that, but if you fill out those 4 kind of butterfly squares, your name will go into a drawing and a free week will be given away. If you don't have a friend joining you, but you really want to participate, reach out to Rochelle. She can pair up members with each other. Nice. From here, come on up onto the shins. Bring our hands onto our low back, squeeze our elbows behind, just press the hips forward, get a nice stretch through the front of the body. I like to gently pull down on my hips. And so that'll be going on all week. And then coming up in April, if you have any children, nieces, nephews, grandchildren, we will be running Kids Empowered for the month of April. 8 sessions, they'll all be recorded, attend live or watch the recordings or do both. Come on down from here. Extend the legs long. We'll finish up with a forward fold. And we'll be covering such topics as, kind of learning how your brain works, learning what to do with test anxiety, perhaps, what to do in bully situations, what to do with any types of worries you might have, being empathetic, sharing kindness. So just all, just good character work for the children. We'll be kind of covering in yoga, we call it kind of the yamas and the niyamas, just, the good guidelines. Doing unto others as you would like others to do unto you, and what to do when that doesn't happen. All that good stuff. Oh, thank you so much, my friends. We are out of time. I will see some of you back in just a bit for release and restore and yin. Thank you so much. Thank you, Linda. Bye, everyone.